So you're growing your business, they're growing your business starts growing even faster. So it starts out slow, picks up speed, gets faster and faster and bigger. That's where you look back 5, 10 years later and you're like, wow, I can't believe where I came from. That first year was crazy. That first year was rough. That first year, my wife and I, or my girlfriend and I, or whatever, we didn't think we were going to be able to do it. We were worried. We were scared out of our minds. You know what, though? If we had given up, we would have given up all this. That's what's going to happen to you if you take the step. So, how do you take the step? Get your expenses down. Get your personal living expenses down. Accept the fact that you can't keep up with all your buddies. Your buddies might go buy the cool new truck. Your buddies might go on the ski vacation. Your buddies might be out drinking and partying every weekend and you can't go do it. Your buddies are out living life on an employer paycheck and you can't do that. You're number one. You're gonna play it tight. You're gonna be real tight with your money. You're gonna be real frugal, but you're building something. You're building the rest of your life in terms of a business. So the point of this video is to encourage you, to tell you that, hey, I've been there. A bunch of my friends that own companies have been there. We've done this. We've been there before you. We were scared. It was hard. Things didn't go perfect, but it worked. And it went well. You know why? Because we sold. We got out there and sold. We got out there and worked our butt off and worked tons of hours. We didn't go into business thinking we were going to work 40 hours. And we didn't go into business thinking we would put up a website and everybody would just magically come to us and we'd have a business. So the reason I recorded this is I want you to walk away from this and I want you to know without a shadow of a doubt, if you're willing to sell, number one, and you're willing to take great care of your clients, you're willing to work your butt off, you're willing to keep your expenses down, you're willing to accept that you can't keep up with all your buddies for the next 2 years while you're building this thing, you're going to make it. But if you're going to violate those 5 things, you may not make it. So if you acknowledge that you want a life different than almost everybody else, like 99% of everybody else you'll ever meet, if you want an exciting life, if you want a really great future 5 years from now, you're going to have to do your time. And if you'll do those 5 things, you'll get it. You'll make it. You hear about failures all the time. You hear about big wins all the time, but more importantly, you hear about these failures all the time. They're going to discourage you. I just told you why they fail. Don't do those things and you won't fail. So go out there and do it. If you got questions, ask me. Ask me what it is that you're scared about. Tell me why you're scared, what you're afraid of, why you think you may not make it. You know, I know that there's a lot of people running around. They're afraid to ask. They've got this question bouncing around their head that's like, oh, you know, will I make it? I don't know. There's a question you've got about whether or not you can make it or not. Ask me what it is. I've been there. I've done it. I've had all the same fears. I didn't start with tons of money, and I haven't had 100%, you know, batting average where I've won in every business I've done. Everything hasn't gone perfectly smooth. So whatever it is you're scared of, ask somebody else. Find a mentor, somebody else that's built a business before you, somebody you respect that's got some money, and ask them. They'll help you. If somebody asks me how do you do it, I tell them. I'd be happy to tell them. Don't be afraid to ask somebody that you know that's been really successful before you and get their advice. You know, it's the guys that have built the businesses and had the wins. It's so cool, and it's so the way you want to live your life that I don't know anybody that wouldn't share with someone else that was asking, how can I do that too? How can I accomplish that too? I don't know anybody that wouldn't answer that question, because, you know, it's so much better than working for somebody. You don't want to wake up 20 years from now and be working for somebody. So if you got the desire and you're willing to do the time, you've got to take the risk. You've got to do it. Get your ducks in a row, learn everything you need to learn, and jump out and do it as quick as you can. Don't wait for another year to go by. Don't wait for another excuse to whatever be resolved. Do it today. I hope that helps you. I hope it encourages you. I just want to really, really, really encourage you that if this is your desire, you have got to do it. You will regret it the rest of your life if you don't. It is worth all the pain and all the time you'll do that first year. figuring it out. It's worth every moment of it. It'll make you a whole new person, and you'll like that person you become. Good luck.